The U.S. military has reportedly launched a rescue operation for a fighter jet pilot who ejected after his plane was claimed to be shot down by Iranian air defenses. Ukrainian officials say Russia fired a barrage of close to 500 missiles and drones targeting civilian areas in Kyiv and its surrounding region. The U.S. military launched a rescue operation on Friday for a fighter jet pilot who ejected after his plane was reportedly shot down by Iranian air defenses, officials in the Trump administration told U.S. media. The announcement comes after an Iranian state-run TV said that the country's armed forces had shot down the U.S. aircraft. A separate Iranian announcement also offered a reward to citizens who helped locate and capture the U.S. pilot. An on-screen text on the original broadcast also urged the public to, quote, "shoot them if you see them." The channel is based in Kokyaluya and Boyar Ahmed province, an intensely rural and mountainous region that spans over 15,000 square kilometers. The incident is the first report of a U.S. fighter jet being downed in Iranian territory since the United States and Israel launched its war on the Islamic Republic on the 28th of February. The war, now entering its sixth week, is destabilizing economies around the world as Iran responds by targeting the Gulf region's energy infrastructure and tightening its grip on oil and gas exports through the Strait of Hormuz. Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni began a surprise visit to Saudi Arabia on Friday as part of a Gulf tour aimed at boosting national energy security. Meloni arrived at the Red Sea port city of Jeddah, where she met with Saudi Crown Prince and Prime Minister Mohammed bin Salman. She's also expected to meet with officials from neighboring Qatar and the United Arab Emirates, though it remains unclear whether she would visit the countries. An Italian official said her trip looks to, quote, "strengthen relations with these countries and repeat Italy's support against Iranian attacks." Meloni is the first EU, NATO and G20 leader to visit the Gulf since the start of the U.S.-Israeli war on Iran, which has spiraled in the wider region. Kyiv and its surrounding region were pummeled by Russian missiles and drones early on Friday in what officials say was the latest in an increasing number of daytime attacks. One person was killed in the strikes, according to regional governor Mykola Kalashnik. Ukrainian energy giant Ukrenergo says the barrage prompted emergency power outages in several regions. The country's foreign minister Andriy Sybiha accused the Kremlin of firing almost 500 projectiles in what he says were targeted strikes aimed at civilians. He denounced the attacks, which come on the heels of a Ukrainian ceasefire proposal to allow the people to celebrate the Easter holidays in peace. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky says he informed U.S. negotiators of his truce proposal, but Moscow denied receiving such request. Kyiv said the repeated attacks represent Russia's true intentions and accused Moscow of not being genuinely interested in peace.
For the first time in decades, a pope has carried the cross through a full Good Friday procession. Marking his first Holy Friday, Pope Leo XIV bore the wooden crucifix through all 14 stations of the Way of the Cross at the Colosseum in Rome. Earlier this week, the pontiff told reporters he wanted the moment to send a message, that he would carry the suffering of the world in a prayer, and that Christ's voice is still heard through the church today. During the event, references were made to the ongoing conflicts around the world. Every authority will have to answer before God for the way in which it exercises the power it has received, read one passage, referring, among other things, to the power to start or end a war. The Pope leads an Easter vigil tomorrow night, marking Christ's resurrection, followed by an open-air mass in St. Peter's Square on Sunday.